if you're looking to purchase a home on a budget, chances are you've taken at least a few peeks at foreclosure homes. With lower advertised prices, this can seem like a dream come true for a lot of home buyers, and maybe it is, but you should know this before you dive in. Hi, I'm Bethany, and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams in Columbia, South Carolina. I've been helping first-time home buyers like you for 18 years, so I know exactly what you need to know about buying a home. If you want to make your home buying experience a lot easier, keep listening. Have you ever seen a foreclosure that you're interested in? Drop me a comment and tell me if you'd ever consider buying a foreclosure. I particularly am not a fan of my first-time buyer clients pursuing a foreclosure, but it doesn't mean that it's not a realistic option for you because every buyer is different. The first thing that you need to realize with foreclosures, as well as short sales, any kind of distressed property, is whether you are interested in it or not is a little bit irrelevant if the home is not going to qualify for the financing that you're getting. When you're buying a home, not only do you, the buyer, have to qualify for financing, but the home itself has to qualify. A lot of first-time buyers are getting loans that would not support the purchase of a foreclosure. A lot of buyers are getting VA or USDA or FHA loans, or if you're getting any kind of down payment assistance or 100% financing programs, those loans typically are not going to be a good fit for buying a foreclosure because those programs require that the home be in very good condition, and it's highly unlikely that a foreclosure will be. You're really looking for a needle in a haystack because a lot of these foreclosures are just not in good condition. You're definitely going to find something during the inspection period that needs to be repaired, and banks don't fix things. They're not going to do repairs. They're not going to give you an allowance to fix anything. And depending on what the problem is, you realistically might not even be able to move forward with the purchase if it doesn't get repaired before closing. Buyers that are getting conventional loans, and that does have a higher down payment requirement than other loan types, that could be a potential match for someone that thinks that they want to purchase a foreclosure. If you're getting conventional financing, a foreclosure could possibly be an option for you. The second thing that you really need to think about is whether or not your finances can handle repairs. And I'm not just talking about the things that you can see up front. I'm talking about unexpected expenses as well. Foreclosures have typically been vacant for at least a year, sometimes longer, and you can still do your inspections, but when someone has not been living in a home for a while, a lot of times problems can pop up later on down the road, and sometimes those things can be substantial. We're not just talking handyman repairs here. You need to make sure that if you're buying a foreclosure that you are in a financial position to handle the unexpected. The bank, they don't know anything about the home, and even if they did, they're not going to tell you, and your home inspector, they can only find and see so much. They can't see between walls or down drain lines or under concrete and dirt. So really keep in mind if you can handle the unexpected once you become the owner of the home. Then, of course, you also have to think about, if you can handle what you do know. A lot of times, foreclosures are cosmetically dated. Are you capable of paying to have the home painted, new flooring added, paying for a deep clean before you move in? Y'all, some of these foreclosures I go in, they are nasty. I am a clean person. I keep a clean home. There is no way I would go into a foreclosure and clean it myself. That is just me personally. Those things can be nasty, and I will pay a professional to do that for me. But think about, are you really willing to live with a home that's that cosmetically dated for a while? You have to decide if you're going to be happy living in that home until you can spend the time and the money to fix it up, and also, to fix it up to your personal taste and standards. The other thing that you want to think about is, and I talk about this often, is whether or not that home lines up with what your goals are. What are your goals for the home? Are you going to live in it for 10 years? Is it your forever, I'm never leaving here home? Or will you only be there for a couple of years? repairs. If it's only going to be a couple of years, you definitely are going to want to make sure that you have the financial ability to make those repairs and put some cosmetic updates into the home so that you're going to be on the upside when you go to sell it, and you can at least, turn a little bit of profit on it in a few years. If you're thinking that you're going to hold on to it long term, maybe turn it to an investment property one day. At some point, you're going to have to fix things, and you need to make sure that you are prepared for that. I think foreclosures oftentimes are very well suited for people that want to hold on to the home long term. The last thing that you need to think about is, I know when you hear foreclosure, you're probably thinking, man, I'm going to get a deal. Yeah, it doesn't really always work like that, because a lot of times these banks, they're really pricing the home right there at fair market value for whatever that condition is. And once you do those updates and repairs, whatever money you've put into the home, you're then at fair market value for that nicer, improved home. If you found a foreclosed home that you've fallen in love with, it really could be a great opportunity if you're able to work with the process and it fits in with your financing and your personal goals. But maybe this whole home buying thing still feels scary. Be sure to click the video on your screen now to learn how you can overcome your fears when you're buying your first home.